What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It's I, James, ReadOptionAgency.com. 23 years selling full-time on eBay. We are Tuesday morning. We are at 9 a.m. What a night. So if you don't know, yesterday, PeeWee kept having seizures. I mean, I was on a nonstop loop. I couldn't even stop to do anything. It was seizure, help him recover, clean the pee off of him, clean him up, clean the house, seizure. And we did that routine literally about 10 times. Then finally, Jan got home. And so we gave him all of his, the rest of his butt injections, put some ice on him. Still didn't get to stop. So we went to the hospital. They didn't have room for him, so we took him to the other hospital, which is the same company, VSS. It's a 24-hour emergency vet place. I'm not sure if they're national or not. So they've got him hooked up and got him going to be resting for, I think, like 16 hours so he can get some sleep. And then they're going to, he has to stay there a full 24 hours without a seizure, but off of the seizure meds that they're giving him so he can rest. So he'll be there for at least 2 nights. Last night was the first. Last night was the first night I've slept a 6-hour span straight since he's been here, because his meds make him drink a lot of water, so he has to go out every few hours. So I'm usually laying in bed from like 9 to 9, 12 hours of my day, but I may get 6 hours of intermittent sleep. So it's a lot of wasted time. So hopefully, the good thing is there was only one little weird thing in his blood or in his numbers, and that was his red cells are almost transfusion level low, and they couldn't figure out why. So that's the only oddball thing that's going on. Everything else looks normal for epilepsy in dogs. So he said we're nowhere near like a crazy level or even an average level for medication in an epilepsy dog that size. So he's like, there's plenty of room to grow. Nothing negative. Basically don't. I told myself nothing negative. Don't stress, just because of the information he was giving us. That there's even a third medicine they can put him on, and there's a lot of room for to stabilize them, basically. So that's comforting, because I would like to have a seizure-free dog. So we're already $2,400 into the hospital visit, barring anything else that's going on. So should have got vet insurance. But when we got him, he had, I guess, pre-consisting, and they probably don't cover stuff like that anyway. So who knows? But at least he's getting some sleep. I got some sleep. So that's good. But Courtney didn't even eat this morning, so she might be missing him. So I'll try to give her some treats in her food if she hasn't eaten by the time I get back from the post office. So we'll see. So I'm just looking at it. He's in a health spa right now. So he'll be good in short order, and he'll come out better than he went in. So, and then with either a dosage up in meds or another med added on to help stabilize him. So one or the other. So going in the right direction. So nothing was showing why he ended up having about 13 seizures total yesterday. When they told us to go from one to the other, he had a seizure in the car. So the Porsche has officially been pooped in and peed in. So I think I need to go to Waterway. I'm just going to say, do a deep clean, please. How many out there have had a Porsche that's been pooped in? taking that one. I'm wearing that badge proudly. Oh, but we're going in the right direction, so that's good. So I figured I got some sleep, so I'm not tired-ish, cranky-ish, I wish I got sleep type of mood. So I'm feeling good today, knowing I'm going to get some work done. Yesterday I barely got anything done because of the consistency of the seizures. So, all right, 9 a.m. Where are we at? I do got a yawn though. I am tired. Sinuses woke me up, or I'd probably still be sleeping. All right. What did yesterday do, number-wise? eBay US site, $698. Did I do any international? Sites. Nope. No international. 698 there on the new store, clothing store. We did $83. So close to $800. So not bad. This morning right now we're only at $74 at 9 o'clock. How many items did I sell yesterday? Oops, I got the wrong thing. $58 items yesterday. Only 13 organic. Today we got 8 sold, all promoted. All right. Let's get this stuff shipped out so I can get back and get some work done today. Yeah. Get shipping labels. And no international again. I don't know why Adrian didn't. I had a late thing because he didn't ship the trading card that sold last night for some reason. He's kind of out of it right now a little bit because his girlfriend of several years, I guess they were 5 or 6 years together, dumped him. She pissed me off. As she should, being it's my son. No, but she went through college, had him fly up there several times, supported her throughout, you know. He was basically her support system to get through college. Now that she graduated, literally after she graduates, she dumps him. And she made him feel extremely guilty, like it was his fault because he didn't give her enough attention. What? You're in school. So she's obviously very insecure. And I'm like, dude, she's insecure. You're better off without. You don't need somebody that needy. You need somebody who can stand on their own and can enjoy being with themselves, if you will. Because he works a full-time job. He works part-time job shipping for me every night and weekends. He don't get a day off unless I ship for him. Plus, he loves to play hockey. He refs hockey. Sometimes he'll play 2 games in one night. He'll leave here sometimes at 10 o'clock, get back at midnight 1, wake up at 6:30 and go to work. So he's building bank. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got $100,000 in his bank account right now. And he's just enjoying life. And if you have a girlfriend who's in school, you've flown up there several times, you're basically her support system to get her through it, yet he's not giving you enough attention, get out of here. Get out. Good riddance. And this is his first girlfriend and everything, so he's having a hard time with it, as you can imagine, if you've gone through a first breakup, if you will, a first love, if you will. So he's beating himself up that he's the fault And from the things that she said to him, why they're breaking up, made him feel like it's his fault because he wasn't giving her enough attention. I'm like, no, you don't need somebody who's you need somebody like your mother who's headstrong, who can stand on their own. Everybody needs that. Everybody should be. You can't make others happy if you're not happy with yourself. So if you can be happy alone, then you're going to be the perfect person for somebody who is the same way. Who there's like with me, I'm the type of person that I'm not jealous or insecure about anything unless somebody gives me a reason to go, wait a minute, something doesn't smell right here. I've always been, I don't care, oh, you got guy friends, so go, and you're going to go hang with them, whatever. I mean, I'm always the type, well, you don't have to be with me, you're choosing to be with me, so I have no reason not to believe you, so that they're just friends. Hey, I have no problems with that. But that's just my makeup. But I'm very good at reading people. I'm very good at I pay attention to every detail subconsciously. So if there was relationships where I had no insecurities about them, but some would throw me off. And I'd be like, wait a minute. And then I bring it up. And you can tell if you can read people, you can tell by hand gestures, body language, if they're lying or not, and eventually get the truth out. And like, you know what? Go away. So I have to have a very secure person to be with in my life, because I can't handle that insecurity type of thing, It's just it's not my biscuit, if you will. It's not buttered properly. Like a nice little Popeye's biscuit. Yum, yum. I gotta cut out the bread. This past week and a half has been so emotional roller coaster. I've overeaten. So I made quesadillas one night, and I always overeat my quesadillas because I love them. The day before that, I overate, and the day before that, So I overate about 4 days in a row. So, got to get back into the zone. And now that fall's coming, it's my weather. I've got to make myself get out. But I said that Friday, and then Saturday, he starts having seizures. Sunday, starts having seizures. So now had 40 days of stability where I thought I could start building outside of the house with myself. And now I'm back to square one again. So hopefully we can get him stable enough for vacation in 4 weeks. So, all right, let's get to moving. All right, got another one of my model kits that sold. Sold for $10.50, headed to Riverview, Florida. So, yeah, that's what's going on in my life. So, you have been updated. You have been updated. Get in the box. In the box, please. Thank you. Get in the box. I'm the man in the box. 1086. Jim. I went to Veterans. I'm the man in the box. How'd you like my short yesterday? I'm standing at the pharmacy in Schnucks grocery store waiting, and I saw that bag of popcorn, and that joke just popped straight into my head. I'm like, ooh, That sounds like a little viral video short. And actually got like 1.4 thousand views in the first 30 minutes. I'm like, what? I was like, so that's how you do it. You know, even though, oh, Tyler Perry DVD sealed. So for $4, headed to West Virginia. That's viral for my channel. Except for my how to create 200 items in a day. That's my only claim to viral fame, and that wasn't even huge. Viral for the reseller world. How about that? Brenda. Viral for the reseller world. Next up, Dvorak. DVD or CD. Super Audio CD. Sold for $13.50. Headed to Georgia. Georgia. Michael. No, stop grabbing that one. Use this one. Miguel. Ooh, next up. Are you ready for a cassette lot? Huey Lewis and the News, along with a Tina Turner. Miss Tina Turner. Sometimes I think about, so this was probably buy two, get two, $4 a piece. Sometimes I think about, like in the past, like when Ike and Tina Turner used to play in St. Louis, because I think Ike was from St. Louis, I believe. Like, I love history and looking back and stuff. So, like, thinking of the times when... Why I like thinking about it is because... Like, if you think back, like... Man, that would have been cool to be able to go to a club and see Ike and Tina Turner, right? But then you think about it today, and you got to put yourself in today's position and go, okay, who is the one... What's going on around you that you may say in 30, 40 years, go, man, I could have seen, you know, like historical moments type of thing. So that's kind of why I grasp onto things. Some certain things, like I ended up, as you know, I don't like politicians. And I'm voting for Trump because he's not a politician. He's a business person. And I consider myself a business person. And I've said all my life, you know, all that I can remember, this country don't need politicians. It needs business people to run it. The world needs business people to run it, because they're going to be thinking with their heads and their pocketbooks, not thinking with, and not personal pocketbooks, but the business pocketbook, which is the country you are serving, where politicians think about the personal pocketbook. But I bought, we have a local artist here. She makes pictures, and she uses records and record covers, and then she paints on them and layers them and stuff. But then she did a print also on some of them. But she's done like a LeBron James. I think his wife ordered one for him. Albert Pujols, his wife ordered one for him. I think Dana White, maybe? I'm not sure. One of the dude who was going to fight Tyson, Paul, one of the Paul brothers. Is that their names? Jake, or not? It wasn't Jake. It was the other one, I think. Anyway, did one for him. I think it's like on one of his podcasts or one of his videos. It was in the background. But she's done it for... But anyway, she made the Trump one where he put his hand up and stuff, and then did prints and sold the prints. So I bought one of them just because I felt that was a moment in time. I mean, this was that in 10 years from now, people are going to look back and go, what the hell happened here? Because of the sketchiness of it. It's almost like a JFK, yet he didn't get killed, right? with all that goes on with JFK, it looks like an inside job. The CIA was behind it, et cetera, which always made me not trust CIA, FBI, and all that. And now you see more of that coming to the forefront. As I talked about before, like with government, it's almost like the stuff that I've always said they are is right in your face now, and people are accepting it. The fact that they are dishonest and just twisted is right there in your face, but yet America is accepting it for the most part. And it's just a head scratcher to me, like, wow. So for me, that whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you're voting for him or not, it doesn't matter. I don't not like you if you're not voting for him. You got your own, you've walked your own path, right? I'm not like that. I don't care. We've got more in common in the reselling world than we do in political. And political is bullshit anyway. But that's a moment in time where you're in 20 years from now, people are going to be like, so let me get this straight. A president was almost assassinated because of XYZ with the Secret Service, yet there's just a lot of empty holes in it, right? A lot of things that make you question something's not right here. And I think it's going to have more attention in, say, 20 years from now than... It's going to be a historical moment more than it is right now, which is sad. It should be something crazy right now. Like every news cover, I mean, it should still be on the topic of news channels. Like, we need answers. Why, how can somebody running for a president of the supposedly the best country in the world, the biggest, strongest, whatever, can almost be assassinated, and yet there's still a lot of questions and holes in the investigation? So to me, that's like one of the now moments I'm speaking of, like one of the history moments that we lived in. If you didn't, weren't of age or whatever during the JFK assassination or something, or didn't live during, the Nikola Tesla and Edison feuds, that's one thing, probably the strongest thing that in the forefront of my mind in a historic moment, that'd be the best word, that we actually lived in. So that's why I bought a print of that poster just to document that I lived in this moment that's probably going to be pretty historic in the future after we're dead, and et cetera, et cetera. So, but I'm always trying to look out for things like that so I can not just kind of grab onto them and I'm here, I'm seeing this. Let me mentally go down this road and get into it a little bit, because I think that's what people are going to do in 10, 20, whatever years from now. So, please don't be one of them people that go, I'm not going to watch your video because you're voting for Trump. I think most of those people are gone by now anyway. But I vote for anybody who's not a business person. I don't like the fact that he's got J.D. Vance as a vice, because J.D. Vance is not a business person. So if, say, Vivek runs next time, I'm voting for Vivek because he's the business person. I'm not voting for no J.D. Vance, right? So, but I will say, if I had to trust J.D. Vance over that other guy, I would trust J.D. Vance more, but I don't trust politicians, period. So it's not saying much. I do have a little more respect for politicians who are in the military. I can't say that. But it's still about, for me, body language, reading people, seeing how they talk, how they react. Thankfully, I was blessed with that. I don't know if it was from my upbringing or in the genes, but it helped me survive at a very young age, being able to read people who know not to hang out with. My friends want to go here. Well, but I think I'm going to leave. You guys can stay if you want, but I'm out of here. You know, so I'm very good at reading stuff. So I'm thankful that I've been blessed with that. And that's why, like, even after I started the business, I'm like, you know, I should have went into like a homicide investigation or something, since something that had to do with interrogating and reading people, because I'm very good at that. But I didn't realize that until I was 30 plus years old. If I would have realized that earlier, and it wasn't, you know, it was more of a subconscious thing then, I knew I could, but I didn't really think too much about it. Actually, I didn't even know there was a homicide detective agency until I started watching the first 48. So, if that was something could have been introduced to back in the day when I was a teenager, I probably would have went that route. But then when you get to like high profile things, like the Trump shooting thing, there's so much BS that goes on at a certain level of government. Because you know as well as I do that we're just numbers. And they'll take a motherfucker out if they have to. You know, why do you think they don't? And they use the excuse and or / reason. It's for the safety, or the, you know, that's why they don't tell you about aliens or talk about UFOs, or didn't for so long. It's about the security of the nation. So they will have no problems putting a bullet in your head and use the reason, the safety of the nation, as the reasoning, whether it's true or not. So if I come up dead tomorrow for saying this after this video drops, you know why. Do a deep dive investigation. But don't go too deep, because then they'll shoot you too. That's one of the reasons why I say, you know, we're not free. We're freer than a lot of countries, sure. We have a lot more options, I guess you could say, to live happily. It's maybe a lot easier to live happily in America than a majority of the world. I won't say everywhere, of course, because I'm sure there's places where you can just kind of disappear also, or just not be seen, if you will, unlike a China or a Russia or something. Am I showing you guys? No, I didn't. That was a hat that said fresh on it. Headed to Chicago, sold for $7. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. I haven't talked to nobody in a while, can you tell? And I got a lot to say, apparently. Art of the Town hat. I got tons of these. Sold for $10.50. Headed to Van Nuys. Van Nuys, California. California, it's a place I ought to be. So I loaded up the truck and I moved to Beverly Hills, that is. I love taking songs and making them sound different, because it confuses the mind. They're like, I know that, but that's not right. What is that? Next up, we got another. Are you ready? Hey. Since I haven't been doing my shipping videos, but before I really kind of laid off doing them, you saw how my multiple sales have picked up, you know. So we got Bob Welch on vinyl record. These are $4, $8, $4, buy two, get two free. This was the $8 one. Paris. Let's check out these groovy dudes. Groovy. Is that Primo? No, it's just his glasses. I didn't mean that in any offensive way. I'm just playing and being playful. And Streisand. Just being playful. You know that thing that people need to be more of these days? Stop taking life so damn seriously. Good Lord. You're going to be laying on your deathbed. You ain't going to be saying, man, I wish I was serious more. Just ain't going to happen. No, no, no. It's not going to happen. You know what that means? It's now or never. So come hold me tight. When I said that, it played into that melody, so that's why it popped into my head. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. I think that's the lyrics. I don't know. All right. One of my favorite things to sell, because I like to say it, we got a Gamecock hat. And I don't know about you, but when I was younger, my cock had game. Oh, sorry. You're wrong, James. Stop it. You sicko. This is not rated R video. Gosh darn it. How dare you talk like that? I'm sorry for all the virgin ears out there. I just busted. I didn't mean to. I apologize, but you're going to remember me now for the rest of your life. That hat sold for $12. Headed to Denver, Colorado. Don't mind me. I got sleep last night. Don't mind me. It's now or never. I hope we can get him stable enough to feel that we feel comfortable going on vacation. Because I want to hit them back roads of the United States. Find those hidden gems of a place to shop and find stuff to resell. Bridges, pick up the toppers. So for $9.50, headed to Portland, Oregon. Going to look for my normal things that I like to look for when I go on trips. Bulk buys. Buy, lots of this and that, dirt cheap. I think I'm gonna try to make a conscious and look for new items so I can get them listed before Christmas. Because my goal, as I said in yesterday's video, is to get my days up by $350 by the time of June. Average of $350 extra a day. I haven't gone back and done the last 2 months average to give me a number yet, but I'll try to remember to do that today. Spencer. And then I can get a number in my head so I can, if it's in your head, you can manifest it by thinking about it and then consciously and subconsciously attacking that goal. And am I hypnotizing you with my finger movements? You are getting sleepy. See, you just yawned, didn't you? You're under my spell. You will like this video now. You will hit that like button. You will comment below. Z, 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 Z. That one's not flowing very well. Leopold Golf. So we got the gun scope and golf. We got a double banger here. We got for the gun people. We got for the golf people. We got for the gun and golf people. This is where you take your shotgun golf, and if the ball don't go in, you blow the shit out of it. Sold for $10.50. Headed to Rockwall, Texas. Of course it's going to Texas. I would not expect that to go anywhere else but Texas. Or maybe Nashville, Tennessee. I'm sure there's a nice golfing community in Nashville, Tennessee, being that it has a lot of past superstars, past rock stars, past celebrities living in Nashville these days. Like your Vince Neil, your Mark Slaughter, your Tiffany, Tom Tom Kiefer from Cinderella. Even got, what's his name, from Antique Archaeology living there now. A lot of people live in Nashville area. I remember when Nashville had no celebrities except the celebrities that came from Nashville. Back in my day, boy. Kid Rock. Another one. Well, Kyle a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a big old bitch, and everyone's a bitch. She's a bitch too. All the boys and girls. On Monday she's a bitch, and Tuesday she's a bitch, and Wednesday and Saturday she's a bitch. Then Wednesday and Friday she's a bitch. Then on Saturday she's a super male King Kong biatch. Well, have you ever met my friend Kyle Mom? She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. Dude, that's the best South Park song ever. Come on now. Alrighty, we've got Bobby Gentry on 45. One of the ones I just put up a few days ago, probably last week, Friday or Thursday or something. Sold for $9, headed to Russellville, Arkansas. Russellville, Arkansas. La 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 la. For hell, have you ever met my friend Kyle Mom? She's big bitch. No, she's a mean old bitch. If there was a bitch, she's a bitch to all the boys and girls. I did not write the name down, dummy. Just went ahead and hit print. John. This is for you, Jean. John in French is Jean. Okay, I don't know. I'm just making that up. Butthole in French is bahal. Zabahal. Zabahal. It's a bahal. The poop comes out the bahal. So that could be French. I got French in me. I do. I got German, mostly German. I got French. I've got, and then Native American. And then I've got little speckles of a whole bunch of other stuff like Ireland, I guess it is. Like Irish. I never knew I had any Irish in me. And there's other stuff too. And then the cool thing about 23andMe is like, I've got some DNA that goes back to like Viking days. Vikings on ships and stuff. It's crazy how far back they can get stuff now. And it's kind of cool. It's cool as hell. And I got a hell of a lot of third and fourth cousins. Good Lord. Good Lord. Now I know why they say you can marry a third and fourth cousin, because everybody in the freaking world's probably a third and fourth cousin to somebody else. There's tons of them. Like almost every day I'm getting emails from Ancestry. You've got more relatives. Good Lord. Good thing I don't have to buy them all Christmas gifts. Damn. I've been broke after one Christmas. Shoot. You ain't getting me in that family reunion. Hell no. But maybe I can get them all to watch my videos. Ooh, that's what I'll do. I'll send them messages on Ancestry or 23andMe and be like, hey, I see you are a fourth cousin of mine. You should be watching my video supporting the family. Hey, it might work. Could be actually a pretty good ploy to grow my channel, actually. Never thought of that until now. Ding, ding, ding. That's why I like being in these moods. You can think of things outside the box. And hey, that might be a decent idea. I won't do it, but I'm not that forward. I'm not that spammy. The spam banshee. Spam, are you? I guess that's the food, probably spam. I'm gonna say, you don't seem like a very spammy person. But then again, maybe you are. Maybe you're coming from the sales background. Sales background are spammy. completed. We're at 9:45. Let's see where we are number-wise. Well, don't do it. Well, don't do it, Carmen. Well, Carmen. Well, come on, you be that bitch, you be that bitch. All right, we're at $86. So not quite near my 105 to 250. And strangely enough, I have not had a True Gather order in like 2 months, and I got 2. And then they sent me the email saying, upload the picture. I look in the email, the pictures aren't there, but when I go to the orders on the thing, the pictures are there. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I think it has to do with the eBay picture glitch that's going on, because that's been going on for weeks now, and it's a pain in the ass. My pictures will be there, then gone, then sometimes they'll come back, and it's a mess. It's a freaking mess. 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 Yeah, yeah. Ooh, where'd that come from? Burp the baby. Burp the baby. All right, that is all. I've got 2 CDs here to resurface. I had Poshmark orders, I had True Gather orders, and I had eBay orders. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. And since if you like these videos, hit that like button. And just maybe, if I can get more consistent sleep, we'll get back to these videos, because I enjoy doing them. It's just about time right now. And if I can get sleep, I'm not wasting time in bed trying to sleep. And I can get up at 7 or 8 in a respectable time and actually do a video like this. Yesterday, I didn't get up till 10 o'clock because everything was so screwy. I laid down at 9. Of course, I got up probably who knows how many times. Finally got out of bed at 10. We're not even at 10 now, and I'm already caught up and ready to get the listing. So, it feels good. I'm going to try to use this opportunity to shift their eating time. PeeWee thought, for some reason, I let him control it, and we were eating at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. and then 2 in the middle. So now, hopefully I can use this opportunity to push it back till 8, so we can do like 8, 3, and 8 or something. So I got to reprogram my puppies during this time. So he called it a reboot for PeeWee being there. So I'll try to reboot him when we get him back to the house too. So reboot the time schedule for the eating. So then hopefully I can get more solid sleep. All right. Thanks everybody, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.